his ability, his strategy, and that partner right next to him in Catherine Parenteau to not overdo it. Let's see.
So this is a strategic
Game
gem
1,
for great players.
0-0-2.
Sit down, buckle in, and let's play pickleball.
Side out. Zero, 0-1.
Really
Point.
like the drop back behind Christian Alshon with a roll on the two-hander from Gabe Tardio, and Catherine Parenteau
1-0-1.
does her thing straight ahead. It's going to be important to play behind Alshon with pace.
So
Point.
first tournament for these two, so Rachel's got to adjust to, you cannot believe what he's able to get
2-0-1.
to.
Second serve.
Simple, quiet paddle from Alshon. And I think that was one of the most impressive things about Minnesota is he was doing so much, but he was under control throughout.
Side out.
There's the just incredible reach. Wild. Tyra and Christian said we're not playing anymore,
0-2-1.
but I guess we should still play Minnesota, and won it.
Second serve.
Not the proper paddle position there from Alshon, trying to get Gabe back, dropping back
0-2-2.
behind him. And there.
Point.
Yeah, we'll see here in a couple months. Oh, Ty, remember when we won that tournament in Minnesota? Maybe we shouldn't have broke up. Not going to happen anytime soon, though.
No.
1-2-2.
And give you a little teaser to next week after this rally. Ooh, flicks it just wide. Tyra with King Andre next week. So watch out for that duo in Arizona.
2-2-2.
Wow,
Point.
so two balls that Gabe usually misses.
Yes.
Misses one on both sidelines at him.
Yeah, 6 inches total.
3-2-2.
Have to have that from Gabe.
Through the middle. Where are you, Christian?
Really nice play with one-hand backhand counter from Parenteau. Christian was hugging the line, thinking she was going to take it back there. Perfect location.
2-3-1. Second
Ball
serve.
took off on the return from Alshon.
2-3-2.
Oh, man, got what she wanted, but then got jammed a little bit.
And I'm going to be really interesting to monitor how much Rachel is taking dinks out of the air at the kitchen, because that can be a great option for a lot of reasons, but that does not allow Christian to come over.
Second serve.
Just one little shuffle and good
right.
night. Bolivian bomb right through the middle.
3-2-2.
Again, I'll return the favor the other way.
It's a tough proposition. I mean, how do you keep him out of the middle? You only have about 10% of the court to work with over there when Catherine Parenteau is dinking cross court with Rohrabacher.
Oh my, so they've had 2 attacks of Christian that were beautiful and can't finish.
5-2-2. Side out.
Yeah, that's the extra tough one for Rachel Rohrabacher, as Christian
2-5-1.
flashes in front of her and then fully bails out of there. After a pretty aggressive dink to the middle of the court. It's going to be tough to pull that off for the duration.
2-5-2.
Wow, what a chess match, and then Rachel finds the middle. Saw a lot of that from her in Minnesota, mixed and women's doubles.
Absolutely. Masters also. She has something, because to the naked eye, you don't see something with her swings that is that deceptive, but she has world-class
5-2-1.
players all twisted up the last few tournaments.
Maybe one step too many.
If you don't overextend occasionally,
you're not doing it
you're
right.
You're not playing aggressive enough, and that was that right there.
5-2-2.
Perfect lob. My goodness. Get that overhead out of here, Alshon. What a shot from Gabe.
Yeah, who needs to drop when you're scrambling? Just rip it hard and low.
Wow. Just, I mean, this is a half swing, like a sort of a half volley back there.
2-5-1.
Just can't get there.
Second serve.
Yeah, that's the only way to create space in the middle with these two fellas on court, is the shot before, or the couple shots before, have to be behind them to open it up.
So there's the take advantage of the unwind. Well done.
Three, 5-2. Side out.
Just shankopotamus there from Catherine, trying that favorite shot of hers, throw the body to the left, go behind Christian. Did not work there.
That has to continue to go for that shot, though. It's so important, given the personnel on the other side of the net and the fact that it is one of her better shots, as you mentioned.
What a read. What a read, and just effortless, Adam.
The luxury of being able to lurk in the middle and Ernie when your opponents dink up the line.
I mean, just process that at home, that sentence. That's just crazy. In there, and a thumbs up the other way from Christian. Backside of the paddle.
I mean, who has more of those than Gabe Tardio?
No one. Had a couple yesterday. I mean, it's the full Tardio-ness.
Because he has the amazing counters when he's all over it. You finally get him in a location that you're proud of, and he does that.
Side out.
Yeah, this is probably only 7 out of 10 from what we saw in Minnesota from Christian Alshon so far.
Great.
But they have him doubled up.
What a play by Catherine, because he was looking for the Ernie and she did not give it to him.
Four, 6-1. Second serve.
Just beautiful placement.
Lag the paddle behind the wrist, inside out. Completely frozen was Gabe Tardio.
4-6-2. Side out.
This time Catherine switches it up. She doesn't go line. She finds the right shoulder. And that was not perfectly clean from Christian on the first ball.
It's the second one. 3 different times have not been there for them.
6-4-1.
Reload is really on point and very simple. Not a lot can go wrong.
And
Second
Rachel
serve.
looks back and can only nod her head. So much spin from Tardio.
A ton. Everything about that played into Rachel letting that ball go, and it still drops. There was about 5 little things that she processed in half a second to let that ball.
Wow, and gets one there again.
And I mean, and this deception is in her loop and her take back, but still, it's not a fully funky shot.
No.
And Gabe's late. He's late.
7-4-2. Point.
So Gabe has tried to keep him honest a couple times and got repelled both.
No backswing at all from Christian.
8-4-2. Side out.
And the other irony of this match is Rachel would be playing with Will Howells if he was healthy. They were going to play a bunch together. Get well soon, Wolfman, as he had a leg injury. We hope to see him back soon. Off the tape.
Second serve.
How about that take back, though?
Yeah. And that's one of the things that is an advantage when you do play off the line. She had some extra time to clear the body and load up and hit that counter with force.
Tomahawk season thrown back at Alshon. And then just wicked spin from Rachel Rohrabacher. That's pretty.
Very nice shot tree there from Rohrabacher, because a couple of those ones through the middle are in the back of Catherine's Parenteau's mind. So she feels like she might have responsibility there. And Rachel whips it all the way across.
Tough luck off the tape. This is chestnut checkers, because now Catherine filled the middle there, tries to keep Christian honest. Rachel takes a ball out of the air. It's all in flow state and changing by the second here. Again, Rohrabacher just dominating the midcourt.
And there's been maybe one that she's gone line or tried the left side of Gabe's body, but he still continues to think that that's an option.
Yeah. Might have to abort that thinking.
Side out.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what has to happen. Just be so incredibly ready with the forehand in the middle until she goes back behind you.
Second serve.
Perfectly played. Rachel handling the initial offense and Christian sliding over to finish. That is
textbook beautiful mixed doubles is what it is.
Complimentary pickleball mixed doubles at its finest.
Wow, Rachel did not even see. There was a full eclipse of the Alshon there and still didn't have to worry about it. Yeah, Gabe might have to bring pace at Rachel because the off speed, she's so far back, she's just crushing it.
Yeah, you're exactly right. The kitchen to kitchen, the tricky lower stuff can work because you don't have the time. But when you're playing low pace from a low position and your opponent is off of the kitchen, they can wind up.
Wow, oh.
Slid right on the line. Side out. Referee timeout. We have a challenge of the referee's foot fault call. The
video perfectly backs it up.
After review, the results of the rally stands there was a fault. Challenge lost. No free challenges remaining. One free challenge remaining. We'll resume play it. Side out. 4-9-1.
I just really wish we could just grant Onisha a little tone. I told you exactly what happened, and you still challenged. Like, if she could send Alshon to his room, it would be amazing. Perfect call from Onisha Smith there. So ball back. Man, it's been hard for Catherine and Gabe to score. Any no runs whatsoever.
After review, the results of the rally is overturned. The ball is in.
What?
No free challenges results in a technical warning. One free challenge remaining. We'll resume play at point 591.
I don't know.
Time in.
Interesting.
591.
Let's play on with the technical warning, though, that comes with that.
Point.
And a missed return. So, my, how things changed in just 3 rallies.
Huge swing.
691. Second serve. 692.
Uh-oh.
Point.
2 missed returns. So after the cleanest of play, it is now just a 2-point deficit. Make that 3. So
892.
now is nowhere near the impact.
892.
We'll keep an eye on that. Wow.
Extremely fortunate, and Rachel with the short return had to get out of trouble that whole point.
981.
So the comeback stops 1 short.
That's beautifully played. Command of the kitchen line. 2 rolls and a slapper.
982.
I don't know how Gabe doesn't kill that. He just isn't on it. So game point now, despite the big comeback.
1082.
Goes well deep, so they get the hold they had to have. Can they tie it or even better?
8-10-1.
Now that's the one Gabe hopes she tries.
Right.
not through the middle, but back and all over it. And there's pace at Rachel as opposed to the tricky, spinny stuff. So could they possibly get this back to 10 right here? They sure can. No one saw bonus pickleball coming earlier when it was 8-4 and cruising, but that is exactly where we are.
Christian Alshon really taking a lot of responsibility for that last miss. I could see him talking to himself and have to make that ball.
Great read of the play. Catherine was there easily. Rachel reading the play. Just fantastic from all four players. Alshon gets the last laugh. Second serve at 10-all.
So many paces and locations from Christian Alshon. And it doesn't matter what he does initiating it. It's always ready after that point for the second and third and beyond.
She gets in there as Rohrabacher cannot fill it, and from the depths of being down, game point goes to the other side. Perfect counter from Catherine.
Ball, guys.
The ball's just hovering there.
Yes.
What seemed like 5 seconds to everybody on court watching it drop right in.
Game point.
11-10-2.
Is this going in? It is. Come all the way back like a couple of thieves broke into the... See, again, that one thing was how will Gabe match that alpha? I thought it was fairly similar there due to your point. Just comes out sending it.
And even though it didn't work out, I like Gabe making an educated guess and being ready with his forehand in the middle and reacting to the backhand counter up the line. Oh. That's a little, got that from his boy, Hayden Patrick.
That was St. Louis Shock inspired if I've ever seen anything.
0-0-2.
Oh, every one of us would love to have that in the arsenal.
Side out.
Christian could not have been more there.
No.
And a ball going about maybe 10 miles per hour drops inside the sideline.
It's not getting a ticket in a school zone, I can tell you that much. See, that's what Rachel just can't even imagine he's back. He was just off the court. And that's why he was going to hit a clean winner there.
And there has been some over-earning also for Christian Alshon, who can recover to get back in position, but I think it cost him a couple points in game one and now in game two. Had him.
Second serve.
Adam with literally anything that finds the court.
1-0-2.
Just catches.
Point.
Adam frozen too with the big loop.
So picking up where they left off here.
But that is one of the
2-0-2.
pitfalls of the big loop. It's hard to control when you come through the zone. You get the deception. You often freeze your opponents, but you have to execute the shot too.
Right out.
Guilty as charged. The loop's so fun though, Adam.
0-2-1. Second serve.
That's a spin off that Faculos paddle of Gabe Tardio eating up Rachel Rohrabacher.
0-2-2. Point.
That might be the first unforced error for her in this entire match.
Yeah, Christian forced her into that decision. She was like, do I let it bounce? Do I take it out of the air? Catherine Parenteau's reaction said it all. Can't believe she missed that one.
Point.
Just a great location. Right hip from that full lunge.
2-2-2.
Not easy to be precise when you're fully outstretched like that.
Point.
So a missed return given back on a pretty plain serve. Alshon can crush it, but they're not anything unreturnable. Off her knees, let's go. Catherine Parenteau doesn't need to be standing up to play the best pickleball in the world. Are you kidding me, Adam? On her knees. Wow, that's why she's the most balletic player in all the land.
Gabe, so good. And Catherine, she didn't just put it back in play either on that previous point. It was like a line drive cross court to Rohrabacher.
3-3-1.
She got it to safety somehow. Okay.
Second serve.
And not overhitting, because that's back to the loop. You pull that a lot of the time. That was really nice from Rachel.
And it's easy to pull that too far across when you know you have a lengthy fella right across from you too.
Get the heck Allen out of here, Gabe. That's two that have screamed past his left shoulder.
And some of those rare cross-court dink rallies we've seen from the ladies is very interesting to just watch the court positioning. Off the line, get back in, volley one out of the air. There's a lot going on. They're not just stationary. They're hitting their shots. A lot of moving parts.
Point. Four, 3-1.
Whoops, man.
Point.
What's going on over there?
Timeout receivers, 5-3-1.
So missed returns now.
You could almost see Rachel think about
Yes,
where she wanted to hit
100%.
that ball, and I think she changed to go inside out with the backhand.
I mean,
5-3-2.
you've gotten Gabe twice out of the last 4 rallies. Get him again.
Oh my goodness gracious, Gabe. Tardio, hold it and flick it clean.
I mean, that's disgusting. I mean, that's the full Tardio-ness experience. Nice job by Rachel. And that last dink, I don't care if he was playing in a more traditional spot, he wasn't touching.
No. It looked even better because he made a move to the middle, but it doesn't matter. Even with the athleticism of Alshon, that is going to end the point. It's attacking of the ball from Gabe Tardio, catching Rachel late, getting forward. Really nice to get those easy, cheap ones.
And just a little shake of the head from Alshon on the way back.
But, I mean, he never takes the paddle back behind his body, so he gets on top of the ball and he gets plenty of pace from such a quiet, simple position.
Back to the quiet paddle. Has anyone spent more time man v wall than him?
6-4-1.
The answer is no.
I think that has a lot to do with it.
Just trained and trained on that.
Yeah, I mean, I could probably hit a counter as hard as Christian, but I have to take a swing. Right. So he has that forearm strength, the wall work, everything out in front. Doesn't have to time it. It's just right there for him.
Safe. Sometimes it takes 3, but once he gets a hold of 1, it's probably over.
Yeah, a lot of rolls from the kitchen from Rachel and some short hops from Catherine, who were, those shots were downy soft until they weren't, just 2 or 3 inches too high. As you mentioned, partner, Christian got a hold of 1 and it wasn't able to finish initially, but was a couple shots later.
Point.
He just said under his breath stupid, but that's he was a little wild yesterday too in men's, and yet there were so many spectacular shots. It's part of it. That's out. Okay. But 8-4, the exact same situation that we just saw. Just like that through the middle again.
Yeah, and Catherine this time, that was 3 consecutive dinks with a lot of pace and a lot of topspin. I mentioned the short hops. She has the aggressive topspin dink too, but left that one high also.
That's in there. Oh. And the groans of the variety of duper scores in the crowd there. Like, how can he miss that one?
Of course, it hurts worse after that dime from Catherine Parenteau.
8-4-1. Second serve.
Great first volley there from Catherine.
8-4-2.
That is going to go well wide and deep. So Catherine on the cross court that time.
Certainly was. I think Rachel was trying to get the outside hip of Catherine, so well done from Catherine Parenteau to get full pace with the two-handed counter.
Football. Your left foot was on the line.
Are you kidding me, Adam? Where's the groundhog? Because this is the same score. Here comes a foot fault.
5-8-1.
This is wild. Oh, no. Wow. So shallow to the net that Gabe couldn't do anything.
8-1.
Oh, no way, Rachel. Wow. At the full extension and drops it down on the line.
She was in trouble, too. She did not read that shot from Gabe Tardio well.
Side out.
That's how you want it to look after a timeout. Just boom, boom, get the ball back.
8-6-1.
Wow, right hip on that one, and it was perfectly struck.
I mean, absolutely perfect. Forcing Gabe to have that open paddle face and just swat flies to try to come up with the counter. Missed it by 20 feet long.
And once again, Alshon says, get over there to your side. Game point. They had one in game one, did not cash. They can force a third right here.
10-6-1.
And through the middle, and that gets it done. So the similarities to game one ended at the foot fault, and Rachel.
Of game two, I think we know exactly what we're going to get from everyone else. This game is up to Gabe, and the start of it's going to be huge. Why not find the left foot in the transition zone? Unreturnable, perfect way to get the ball back.
0-0-1.
So there's pace of Rachel.
Just go. That's
Just
right.
go.
That's right. And that one was a little bit different because he was stepping in from the back of the court, not
1-0-1.
traditionally at the kitchen line. But the tricky stuff is not really working against Rachel. Hey.
Second serve.
I see you, and I raise you a rope. We haven't had a center fielder this entire match, Adam. That is an
1-0-2.
unbelievable shot from Rachel. Oh, incredible read of the play by Gabe, but just a hair late.
Yeah, the angle Burt, and he knows when the panicked Alshon says you, that Rachel only has one place to go, and that's straight ahead.
She got it just shallow enough. Well, you have asked for what is Tardio going to look like. He is not matching the alpha. He's going past it to start with here.
Yes, and his only mistake was he was in perfect position to win the point with the Burt alert.
Drop shot, but he doesn't care. So Gabe Tardio has said one word: enough.
Even gave that dropper away, but Rachel couldn't get that next ball down. So this is Gabe at its finest. 10 out of 10 for the first couple minutes of game three.
Sustainability is always an important thing here.
Yeah. So that's like a backhand overhead, but for a counter there.
Yes, sir.
From Christian Alshon.
That is exactly what just took place there. I think that had enough spin to maybe stay in, too.
Side out.
Tries to baby it in there.
Yeah, he didn't go full roll. He normally has a lot of action, even on the planar, more margin shots that he hits.
Second serve.
Catherine knows she got away with something there.
Scrumptious for Christian Alshon. Above the waist in the middle of the court.
Yeah. So now it's Alshon and Rohrabacher who have not been able to hit the scoreboard.
Just absolutely what a 4-5 matchup should be.
Yes. Just to be clear for those of you at home, Adam was not referring to their level, but their seed.
No.
5-hole. Olympic ice hockey underway here. It's a good shot in hockey as well.
Any of these players enter a 4-5 tournament, I can already see the sandbagging comments online.
Just boom, boom, boom. Rachel is laughing because she's like, you take the entire court. I just gave you an absolute sitter and you didn't swing at it.
And it was a clank, clank, clank there to end the point also. Not the cleanest swings, but got it done.
Twice when she's tried to pull it back down the line, she has missed. Again, I think she's thinking Christian's maybe going to be there. He did yell on that one, though, pretty early.
Side out.
Gabe is flirting with disaster there.
It was the Rohrabacher rotation.
Yeah.
They were missed by just a couple inches.
It just appears.
And you can see between Christian and Gabe, both of them get fairly wide with that athletic stance, but Christian's is quite a bit wider, maybe wider than anyone. His ability to have that stable base and be able to explode both directions is so impressive.
What's going on in that left corner over there, Adam? That's another missed return from there.
Double bounce, side out.
Oh, Gabe, don't give her the pump fake because she's going to get there.
Exactly right. You could see Catherine stopping for a second, holding.
Point.
Had a couple of those in game one on this side. Again, we will switch ends at 6, which will matter a little bit. The wind, again, is not nearly the factor yesterday, but still a consideration. Cannot give him that. The layup.
And I will say, from a pressure standpoint initially, Gabe and Christian is close to a wash, but I think Christian does do a better job of covering his backside after he initiates.
Second serve.
Tough luck off the tape there.
Yeah, Gabe's got stuck a couple times where it's just completely selling out with no chance of covering behind. And I think Alshon has done a really nice job.
Side out. Two, 3-1. Second serve.
Sometimes that, you just can't imagine the off pace works that well. Look at this crew. Athena, Jesse, that's Gabe's brother in there, so quite a crew. Pounces on that one.
Another factor for this team that's going to be playing most, if not all of the year together, is the brain trust.
Yes.
And Jesse Irvin and Athena Trujillo.
Because even though he is not playing with Jesse anymore, she is still sitting right there and part of the squad. So that is a 10 out of 10 brain trust.
And I think it's just as a partnership gels, I think a two-coach situation can gel also and deliver the information better and better as they're on the bench more and more together.
Yeah, I think that's a 1 + 1 = 3 there. Wow, some rough fourths for Catherine and Gabe here in game number 3.
I always worry when Gabe stands straight up and kind of turns his hip and just kind of concedes the point. His hands are too good and too fast to do that.
You get the yell, the out call from Catherine. They're confused.
Rachel kind of
I definitely want to see it.
Puts her hand over her mouth like, oh my goodness, I can't believe I missed it.
Rachel is serving Gabe. Second serve.
Eventually you run out of time.
Yeah, Athena's not going to let them like go back and roll back Pickleball TV coverage. Yes, Catherine stuck her tongue out there like,
oh,
I did not mean to do that.
3-4-1.
Oh my goodness. Blunt force trauma from the Bolivian. How about the third to start that and then just absolute gunshots going on.
And the next to last shot on the forehand
4-4-1.
is never coming back, but it did. And he was still ready with the two-hander after all of that.
Oh, Rocky like a hurricane, and she can't believe it. Perfect scorpion position.
Crouched early.
Yes.
Everything was ready.
No venom in the stinger there.
Double yeah from Rohrabacher. She knows how important this moment in the match is.
Who's going to get to 6 first?
4-4-1.
In there. Not in there.
Right on it.
If they called a attention bench, optometrist.
In, free challenge lost. No free challenges remaining. 1 free challenge remaining. We'll resume play at point 5-4-1.
Yeah, we need to get appointments for all of them over there. If it was them that changed their mind. Because that's not a ball moving very fast.
4.
But again, the Rohrabacher dime, 2 for 2 on these lobs, except the lob on game point in game 1 was the one she missed. So
point, timeout change ends. 6-4-1. 4-1.
we know what the patterns are.
Second serve.
He could have been tagged there. He almost ran into that.
Limbo, just enough, because he was fooled off the paddle of Rachel Rohrabacher.
What a combo platter from Catherine Parenteau.
That was so nice. And even a couple times earlier in that rally, Catherine was able to find the left foot with the link to Rachel Rohrabacher. That's shocking.
Good night there, yes, because Tyra's was not available in Minnesota.
Because Christian is normally coming over to take that ball.
5-6-1. Second serve.
Keep going.
Yeah, you have to.
5-6-2.
Air late getting through the zone for Gabe on that last ball.
Surprises him again with the rocket shot through the middle. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, so the ladies getting involved in the offensive act here the last few points.
6-5-1.
Just out of reach for the Ernie.
Point.
But Gabe isn't getting enough out of those dead dinks. He's just rolling them. They're like, fine. Winner of this one gets Anna Lee Waters and Ben Johns tomorrow in semifinal Saturday action.
It's Rachel. It's so impressive. And man, it's been very drop heavy for Christian Alshon too.
Yes.
That last point, it was an unwinding situation, and he still pulled back and just trusts his team at the kitchen line.
That time a little lower.
Yeah, well, it clipped the tape.
Yeah.
And almost always your default is to just bunt it back when it throws off your rhythm, but Rachel just went for it again, and it didn't pay dividends.
8-5-2.
Big swing from Catherine there from the midcourt. Never got established. 2 points from the semis are Christian and Rachel.
9-5-2.
All over it. Okay. Can they pull closer? They were in this exact position in game one, down big, and came all the way back. Oh my.
It pays to be thin.
Does it ever?
How does he not get hit by that ball after a
6-9-1.
full whiff?
A portly gentleman would have worn it. Because Alshon's like, you got to back up, get out of that kitchen, but he missed him.
Second serve.
Catherine
Man.
doesn't want to try the line and goes all the way across.
And it's Rachel that had to get out of the way there, and she does.
6-9-2. Point.
Instant redemption
Yes.
there from Catherine, who both balls are obviously attackable. She had to try the one she missed, and she went right back to it on the next point.
7-9-2.
That is pretty, and he has definitely toned back the Ernie count. Beautiful look at it there from the truck. So can they just keep the ball and tap paddles?
9-7-1. Point.
Gabe jumps in there, finds the net, match point.
Ten, 7-1.
Tweener. Awkward paddle. Are you kidding me? We're still going. That's wide, and that'll do it. So Christian Alshon, and it lived up to the hype. Rachel Rohrabacher, Christian Alshon playing together for the first time, and they are moving into the semifinals. What a performance there. Rachel, I'll start with you. You guys were unbelievable in the first part of game one, and then suddenly have a game point, don't cash it. What was the discussion after game one to sort of reset and be able to come back and win this one?
Yeah, I feel like, we had 3 missed returns in there, which didn't help us out. And then, a lot of the points we lost, we were doing the right thing. So I feel like we were like, they were great points and we're getting what we want. So we just have to trust that we'll start executing, and we did.
Christian, well played down there. A lot has been made about your style of mixed doubles. I actually thought you were a hair more restrained in this match while still putting pressure. Do you see it that way from your court coverage at Minnesota, and what should we expect moving forward about your mixed doubles game?
First of all, I love playing with Rachel. She's an absolute baller. Thank you, Cape Coral. Thank you, guys. I love Florida. It's my favorite state. Come on. Favorite state, Florida. We love Florida, USA. In Minnesota, I got taken out in singles in the round of 16. I'm still in singles here, so I think that plays a little bit of a factor. But Rachel and I had a really good dynamic this match. I think we were very comfortable going into game 2, and we kind of showed that.
Rachel, a lot of people at every level of the game pair up with somebody new. How do you figure out how to play together, how to play what Adam and I love to call good complementary pickleball, and any advice to the great fans here and those watching at home?
Yeah, I think communication is the biggest piece, like communicating who's getting what ball. But we have a conversation, and like with all new partners, I feel like mixed is a little bit more straightforward, but conversation about who's taking the thirds and then just communicating from there. But yeah, congratulations to Gabe and Catherine. They played a phenomenal match, and thanks for everyone for coming out.
What a match indeed. Moving into the semifinals, Rachel Rohrabacher and Christian Alshon. Congrats, guys. Good luck the rest of the way. So, mixed doubles is